Hey everybody, Rosemary here, and welcome to part 19 of my Master Detective Archives Raincoat Let's Play. Last episode, we got into the investigation of the murder of Dr. Weska and the attack on Yako. I didn't really come up with much there, and even with all of the information that we learned, it still feels like I don't know, it feels like I've got more questions than answers. It feels like I am no closer to figuring out how the heck this murder was accomplished. This feels like a true locked room mystery, and I just have no idea. And also Vivia has just been given real weird vibes, like even threatening to kill us. So that's certainly interesting. And now we're gonna have to work with him to solve the mystery, because we are now in the mystery labyrinth, and this is one where like I really want to figure out how this was done. And it's just going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see like how Vivi is going to react to everything. I feel like he's just going to be like bored of everything. He won't even, but he's also interested in death. So maybe he'll be like another simp for Shinigami, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I'm really excited to get into this one. I doubt we're going to be able to clear this in one go, but hopefully we can at least start to get some answers of what the heck is going on in this case. So let's get into it.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing? Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Oh damn, wow, he catches on fast.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time.
I knew it. I knew it. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but still. He was really good at playing dumb.
Spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency, and saw that death got clear as crystal.
That was when he got all weird after I left, I think, and then he came, and he's just like, pulled out his knife, and it was like, he's dangerous.
After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of
Alright, we're
Death.
getting into this. Now that's the big thing, is like, why did Yuma go in and use the book in the first place?
And also, that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits? My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery.
Oh my gosh, he's so
causes
on the
its
ball
true
with this.
perpetrator to die.
And he's not even surprised by any of it.
If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
Why are they teaming up on me? I don't like this. I'm getting attacked right now.
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself.
Oh my gosh. He's just
So,
like, I'll stay here. Oh
I
my
think I'll
god.
take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Why is he so relatable?
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
Regrets. I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished. Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Yeah, okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is that key something like a clue for the case?
My goodness, he's like on the level of Halar in terms of being able to make those connections.
Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a doubter? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
He's like, can I just float?
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were gonna ignore him.
Well, I mean, at least he's not hitting on her like Desahiko.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yato
Oh
was
shit,
attacked?
he actually remembers stuff.
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
Maybe because he's got like that connection with spirits and with like the other side and the dead.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So he might actually come in handy. Because we don't have to explain everything to
The
him.
others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia.
Oh yeah, that's right. That would have been hilarious, like if she came back here. She's so different from Vivia in that she was like so jazzed about this place because it was like an adventure. Vivia could not care less. He just sees this as like a nuisance.
But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
Love, she's like, don't read too much into it. It's not a writing error or anything. The fact that like we can't explain what happened, we'll just go with that.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Oh my gosh, this is a really long pathway. Usually run into a queue by now.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
Huh?
Oh, well, that's weird. Nothing came up.
I told you to stop surprising
And
me
also,
like that.
Vivia seems unbothered by it. Even though he says he doesn't like
This
blood.
labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
There is a lot. I mean, of course, the big thing is, like, how did the culprit manage to get into the lab in the first place?
Yeah. There's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Oh, here we go.
Peacekeepers?
I was like, that's where we didn't come across a queue, and of course it's gonna be Yomi.
What are you doing here?
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the mystery lab.
It'll be interesting, like, once we take him down, who's gonna be the final culprit?
I
Is it going to be
figured.
Makoto?
In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit. Disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward.
Oh, damn. He looks pretty cool, actually. He kind of looks like a Persona boss.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy
Oh my gosh, he so looks like a Persona. Like, not maybe a full boss, but like a mini boss. Also, his sword is very phallic.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako. For everyone.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death! You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
Okay, let me actually look at the clues here. Okay, so security power supply,
Until
toxic
you
gas
actually entered the
properties.
lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active.
Okay, that's
It's
true.
impossible to bypass the system while it's active.
Ah! Security log,
In other words,
security power supply,
no one can enter the
shoe
doctor's
prints
lab.
on Amos. Ah, my gosh, there's so much
There
to
couldn't
keep track
be
of.
an intruder,
Ah, jump! Oof, okay.
which makes you the culprit.
Security log, right? Maybe we can use that about me not being the culprit. Yeah, it would have been pretty tough to get through the security system to enter the critical lab.
But
But the doctor died before we got inside, which means there had to have been an intruder. Anyway, let's take another look at the solution keys to see if any evidence stands out. Okay.
You're the...
Alright, let's check it out. Security log. Records show the security system was disabled an hour ago. The last time it was disabled before that was 90 days ago. Power supply, toxic gas properties. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective. Takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread. I think I mentioned this last time, but like, who knows? Maybe the hitman's already dead. Maybe they got affected by the gas, managed to kill Dr. Weska, managed to attack, because it all happened pretty quick. Attacked Yako and then like ran off and maybe died. Shoe print on Amapal's head. In the critical lab, there was a shoe print on Amapal's head. Okay, I'm gonna go with the security log for the, like, you have to be the culprit.
Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter
shoot.
the doctor's lab.
Ah, security log.
There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit.
Oh, no, that wasn't right. Darn it, okay. If there was no other intruder, then you guys would be the only ones who could have committed the crime.
in that case...
Then the first thing we need to do is prove someone else broke in.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the spirit. Let's check the solution keys.
That's right.
Come to think of it, there was some strange prints left on the... Oh, oh my gosh, the game's straight up telling me. Okay. Alright, game. Alright, game. Okay, there we go.
Dr. Weska.
So that would be for the one, oh
Disarmed
jeez,
the
about...
security system to the doctor's lab.
There couldn't be another intruder. Oh,
And
jeez.
then murdered him inside. Lab. The security system for the lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active.
Ah! Ah! Run!
In other
Ah.
words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
Okay, there we go.
This is the truth. When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab, but something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
Yeah, I should have known it was gonna take, he wasn't gonna go down after just one
Don't make me laugh.
inquiry. Ah! Okay, so this is just repelling.
There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. I guess it's gotta be that you proved that yourself, because the only other option was little shit. So many self-serving arguments. It's all made up. Use your powers of deduction and repel the contradiction.
Don't make me laugh! Shit! There was an intruder?
It's impossible. And in fact,
You proved that yourself!
That claim doesn't hold up! What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder!
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh! If there was another intruder,
Oh, whoa!
Where did
Okay.
they go?
Whoa. I gotta be tricky. Now he's, like, making it invisible.
by the time you arrived at the scene,
Ah! Move out of the way.
there's no one else, right?
Okay. Panel chamber
There's
decontamination
no place
device
to hide
venting
in the
critical
critical
lab.
There's no way they
Lab
got past
map.
it. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to keep track of.
That's
Okay, let's look at the let's look at the keys again. So we've got the lab map. Floor plan of the lab's supposed to be a top secret file, but it was found hidden behind a houseplant. Airlock decontamination device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas changer. Lid is barred but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close. Panel chamber decontamination device. Unlike the decontamination device in the airlock chamber, the cover of the one in the panel chambered cannot open or close, and the vent, tiny vent in the critical lab, but the cover is fixed in place and not large enough for a person to pass through. Okay, so maybe the lab map. Okay, so these ones are no-goes, right? So this is the only place where someone could hide, but it could be the lab map as well. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it on the decontamination device because it's the whole thing about like, okay, so how, like, where did the culprit,
Isn't that funny?
where were they? Ah,
You just proved you committed the crime.
Right.
it's true. We didn't see anyone on our way to the lab after disabling the security.
What does that mean?
How could the culprit have hidden from us? Right? If they're hiding, that has to be somewhere in one of those three places. It can't be in the critical lab itself. It can't be the other, the one I believe that's in the, where like the electricity is. So the airlock one in the gas chamber, that's the only one that had like the hinge where you could open it.
If there was another intruder,
Oh, I jumped too soon. Damn it.
by the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
Okay, let's go with that. Nice.
This mystery. There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong.
All right. Good
Have fun
comeback.
chasing that fake truth you found.
I feel like towards the end, he's gonna be a hard boss. Like, he's probably gonna have like a 5-part fight where we're gonna have to like really answer a lot of questions.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Was there an intruder? Okay, well,
Come on.
I think we know the
Why does
answer
it
to
have
that.
be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Yeah, oh, sorry, buddy. This is probably gonna take us a while. We got a lot of questions to answer.
Hey, don't sigh, this is a good thing!
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
There was an intruder for sure! We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab, but they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master!
Once again, I'm being ganged up on.
It's not an excuse,
This is just a big old, like, making me feel guilty. This is just a guilt trip.
but it is true. If If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush to search for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Man, these are such long, long hallways.
Really?
Oh, well, looks like we have
Another
3
fork
choices
in
this
the
time.
path.
How did the culprit enter the lab? Well, isn't that the big
Seems
question?
like we're finally at the central question.
Deactivate the security by cutting power. Never entered in the first place. Invited in by the doctor. Oh, okay. Well, we know that the security, that one can't be true because it has its own separate security or the power system. And he said that it never went out.
This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
So it's got to be either never entered in the first place. So that means that they were there the whole time or invited in by the doctor.
I leave the rest to you.
Oh, thanks, Vivia.
I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
Okay, well, see, it seems suspicious that he would invite somebody in because he was very paranoid. He doesn't like people, but he also needed food, right? Let me go to the solution key. The stored food. Canned food and bottles of water, however, not much of either remains. Except then again, if somebody brought the food in, then there would have been more food. Okay, I don't know. My gut's telling me invited in by the doctor. Never entered in the first place. That would imply that they were there the whole time. So I'm going to go in with this one.
Right here!
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
I know he was talking to that anonymous
Things are
person.
so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit
And they
forced
seem
their way
to,
inside.
I don't know, be like threatening
If the culprit was
towards the
invited
doctor,
to the
but maybe he
lab,
did want to talk to
then
an
he
anonymous in
easily would have
person.
been able to enter.
So you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Oh, wait a minute. That can't be right because let me check, take a look at this. Now that I realize she said that, I was like, wait a minute. Security log. Okay, security system was disabled an hour ago. It has not been turned back on since last time. Okay, yeah, no, I'm wrong. That's not right, because the last time it was disabled was 90 days ago. And I think Vivia said, or I think Halara said that it can't be tampered with. So, like, someone couldn't have just deleted the fact that maybe the doctor, you know, let somebody in.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma.
I was wrong.
Well, I already knew that before you
You
entered.
son of a bitch. What?
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier. People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
I feel like he just didn't have the energy to tell me.
Master, we have to get out of here!
I don't think I've ever had this happen before where I've picked the wrong choice when given, like, the fork in the road.
Get out!
Do I have to fight these
Use
things?
logic to show how this fruit is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Okay, so yeah, I've never had this happen before. Okay, yeah, it's a security log. Alright, well, by process of elimination, it has to
The
be...
log on the doctor's computer didn't show
that
any
they
signs
never-
of security getting shut down.
What was the one that, the other one I said it had to be?
If that's the case, He certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
What it says, like, never snuck in the first place, implying that they were there the whole time?
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Process of elimination, right?
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
And then we had to go down this long, long hallway again just because I fucked up. It's like, really, guys? You can't just have me just start back in the fork in the road? I have to do this again? Never entered in the first place. That was it. It's gotta be that, right? Well, that just feels like it invites more questions than answers.
Right here.
Please be right. Please be right.
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Don't tell me I'm wrong again.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
What? Oh.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide?
Wait, what? Really?
If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Huh? This route is wrong too.
Oh my gosh, guys, I am doing real bad.
Again?
Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this?
I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
How am I getting worse with each mystery?
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation.
I'm so sorry.
You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you.
Why is the doctor committed suicide not correct? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gotta be the stab wounds. Right, right.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
Okay, so the one option I said it couldn't possibly be is the correct
No
answer?
excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
What happens if I entered again into the wrong one? They'd be like, are you serious?
Right here!
The culprit used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab. That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Huh? What?
Wait,
This was
what?
the last route.
Okay, so the game was fucking with me. Wow.
This labyrinth is a tricky one.
Well, it makes me feel a little bit better that I...
One of those old detective novels.
Okay, I feel better that I made the wrong choice, or what I thought was the wrong choice. Twice. All of them were
Perhaps
wrong
you're
choices.
the real culprit, Yuma.
Unless there's another option we're not thinking about.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
I mean, the obvious explanation is the fact that the security... last time it was disabled has been running without issue for the past 90 days, right? It's got to be a security log again. Oh, wait, what? Really? What? Oh, shit. Well, that sucks. Okay, fine. At least it doesn't kick me all the way back to the beginning. The critical lab security system operates on a separate power system. Okay. I thought it was the fact that the security log tells you that, like, there was no issues with it for 90 days.
The doctor said
That's
the
also
critical
correct.
lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building. What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
This one is really messing with me. Ah, okay.
Hey, there's another door!
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The Mystery Labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
It almost feels like, I don't know if it's just because we have so few answers, or it almost feels like Yomi's fucking with us and he's somehow able to, like, stop us from getting to the right answer.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
Entered and killed via spectral
They
projection.
used spectral projection to enter and kill him?
Then, the culprit is... I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never
I
happened
don't
before.
think that's true.
How dare you trick me! There is no escape.
He's like,
Once
it's
the
too much of a
mystery
bother
is
to
solved,
argue.
The culprit will be judged. Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude.
Hold on!
Nice run, Vivia. It's nice. It's weird to see him actually moving at a decent pace.
Huh? Another
Oh my
trap?
gosh.
That's why I said to wait! There's no way Vivia's the culprit!
Then, prove it and beat this thing. I won't be convinced until you do.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Ghost form traits. You can't touch anything while using it, so he couldn't have stabbed him. Or take over someone's body.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
Is there going to be another one when we get there being like, oh, my pal did it. And then we'll be like, no, he can't hold a weapon because of he got the little balls on his hands.
Master,
We'll have to go through every
this 1,000
single
times.
opportunity,
Detective,
every single
you must
choice.
suspect everything.
Any possibility. This could take a while. This could be the longest one yet.
Being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed. has changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Oh, hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely. But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing? Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
Vivi has really been going on about, like, how I can't handle it.
No matter how cruel the truth may be.
Like, Vivia, it's like last time with the last case where it seems like he had solved everything. So does he know? Does he know what the truth is? And he's just telling, like, he won't tell me what the truth is. I don't know if it's to protect Yuma. I don't know, like, if he's testing Yuma. I don't understand.
Can I handle it?
Like, he seems to know all the answers.
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance.
Oh.
Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
Huh. It's never really been an issue before. It feels like this is the one that's causing the most pushback onto us. So maybe deep down Yuma knows something and he doesn't want to know?
What are you talking about?
Maybe Vivi is just getting in his head.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it?
So
Guess you're
Vivia,
not quite there
Vivia
yet.
seems to know the answer.
Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you'll have to prove your conviction and expose the truth. Like you said.
It feels like in these types of games or stories, it's a little bit of a frustrating trope is like the character who knows everything but just won't tell you for reasons.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
Oh, does that mean, like, do we have to go back to where we came from?
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Are we flipping the chessboard around, I guess, is a way of putting it?
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to, then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master. Are you ready to play the Shinigami?
Who is capable of overcoming the security system? Oh man, oh man. Okay, well, I mean, this is pretty easy. I'm a pal. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have given myself this many abilities or because
Swirly, go, go, go!
it's a little bit too easy. Like before, I at least struggled a little bit. This one is basically like, oh, okay, well, there's the answer. Okay, so I was kind of on the right path about the Amapal. You know, being able to get past the security, but so how does it factor in though? Because like Amapal can't hold a knife. So it's not like Amapal was the one who killed. That'd be hilarious if it was like a robot who did it. But they can't hold the knife with their bald hands.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me!
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life. I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless!
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
Hopefully it's the correct route this time. Let's move it, Master. I should have checked to see what Vivia had. Vivia, are you just hanging out down there, bud? Okay, I'll see you at the top, I guess.
When you think about who could get past
Wait.
the only option we know of is Amapal.
Okay, no, this isn't the
That's how
staircase.
we were able to get through security ourselves.
Not the grand staircase
just a
towards
toy
the end
robot.
of the
How's
mystery.
it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way. Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
No, now we've got 3 options again. All right.
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say, who are you to?
He's like, you get back to me when you figure this out. Because,
I'll leave it to you.
once again, Vivia seems to know all the answers.
You can keep reading at a time like this.
Wait, nobody. Who are you is directed at who? The culprit, Amapal, or no one? I mean, it would seem like culprit would be the obvious choice, or Amapal. I'll say Amapal.
At this point in time, you still hadn't borrowed Amapal, yes?
Okay.
Then Amapal itself has an alibi. However weird it may be to talk about a robot having an alibi. And normally, I don't believe anyone would shout out, "Who are you?" to a robot.
Right.
Okay, I'm so curious about this no one option. Like, was this a setup? Was he just pretending? Except he got stabbed. Except he wanted to leave Kanai Ward, so maybe somehow he went in disguise and left and fled? I don't even know if that's possible, but I'm curious about this option. Oh wait, that's it? Wait, hold on. I'm so curious about... Hold on. Okay, let's see what is going on here.
Activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
Maybe he was just, yeah, like it was pretend. Like he knew somebody was watching him, so yeah, maybe he was just setting it up to make it seem like, I don't even know.
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
What was the doctor's motive?
Why would he say that if no one was there?
Like a distraction?
I think if we go there,
Oh,
the answer.
so if he was saying someone help me, maybe he knew everybody was gonna run off. Or deactivate the security? Hold on, okay. So maybe the doctor was in on this somehow.
Obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind.
Because there's that anonymous person he was talking
It
to.
could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
Let's actually talk to Vivia. You really plan on going forward? Fine.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Nope, I'm just going along with what the game's telling me to do.
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
Yeah, I think it was to get us away. Or for us to disable the security for some reason.
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way?
Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, you said there's nothing
Let's
here.
go.
head
Too
back.
much trouble.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off.
So, I'm gonna end you here and now! This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all.
Ah!
That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Doctor misunderstood. Ah, I jumped. Oh, okay.
You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was...
Okay, of course I was getting a phone call, but, I mean, while I'm paused, I might as well actually look over what we've got here. Doctor's notes, notebook found... Oh yeah, I forgot all about this thing about the person being splashed with sulfuric acid, whatever the heck research he was doing with that. Photo of a young man and woman. Doctor's email records. Email records of Dr. See, I feel like this is going to be the one. Dr. Weska and Anonymous, there was regular communication between them until recently. According to the records, Dr. Weska was planning to escape from Conai Ward. And then the eyewitness. Researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows. The researcher claimed it must be the hitman. Alright, I have the doctor's email records picked. We're going to stick with that. Oh, Research was going well.
loyal to Amaterasu.
Ah, here we go.
This is the truth.
There's also a thing about, like, the research was going well, because I was like, oh, well, he got taken off a project, right?
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
And here's the thing, he doesn't seem surprised at all, so, like, I don't know, was Yomi in on it? Is Yomi the perpetrator? Is he the hitman? Or was there there's the Fink knives, so there gotta be a hitman, because I was gonna say maybe it was a setup.
What was
Maybe
that?
Yomi knew, or maybe Makoto knew and had him taken out. Maybe Makoto's behind this.
What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
I feel like either Makoto or Yomi are in on this.
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
I mean, it's called the Imperfect Insider is the name of, so it feels like it's an insider, right? It's somebody working for the corporation. That feels like that's going to be the culprit.
The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that. It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai
Which
Ward?
means this is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
All right.
This is way more hassle than
Yeah, it
before.
really is.
Guess I'll leave it to you.
Like this whole mystery labyrinth just feels more complicated.
As always.
Oh,
When in doubt, start by thinking about the door first, then you can find the right solution key. I'll leave this part to you, Yuma. Okay, so there was terrorist bombing, blackout, or swapping places maybe. But there is the blackout. I feel like that was planned. So let's go with the blackout, and then we gotta use the solution key. Oh, doing this would cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. Ooh, what was the doctor trying to do? I forgot about that part. Huh. So maybe it is the doctor's notes, and maybe it is swapping places. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with swapping places. And we're gonna try the doctor's notes. Oh, did I get it?
The door actually
Hey.
opened. I knew I could let you handle it.
Interesting.
are you sure you aren't a phantom?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
And then the hitman came in before that could happen.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque! So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
I do like the flashbacks and how it kind of contextualizes things.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you
Ooh.
in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
Well, they did say that he has no care or empathy and no issues with killing people or harming people for his research.
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system.
Now here's the funny thing is, I just imagine, like, I know they said, like, the body would be destroyed beyond recognition, but still I love the idea of this big hulking dude, and then you've got the two shortest detectives and a woman coming in, and it's just like, well, even if it was, like, melted and stuff, I still feel like you'd be able to kind of have an idea, be like, wait, this doesn't seem like the same body.
And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
Well, does make me feel less bad about Dr. Weska dying. Oh well.
Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
Oh, this is cool.
Where are we?
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
I always love when games kind of play around with different art styles.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
The culprit entered the lab before Amapal. Oh.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
Okay, let's think this through. The culprit entered the lab before Amapal. Yes or no? I feel like yes is almost too easy. Hold on. Okay, let's think. I gotta think about the... Okay, so he pretended to get attacked. We ran off, went to go get Amapal. And then when we opened up the lab... okay, I'm trying to think. So Amapal fell over, and then we saw that we saw that Dr. Weska was dead. So maybe maybe it happened about the time when... Okay, the culprit entered the lab before Amapal. You know what? I'm going to go with no. I'm trying to figure out how that's possible, but like maybe he went in around like the same time. Like maybe he snuck in. Oh, maybe he snuck in right... Oh, how does that work though? I'm trying to think of like maybe he snuck in right after Amapal and then killed the doctor when we weren't looking and knocked Amapal over. And then like the security system was disabled, so then they ran out and hid themselves in the decontamination section and then like slipped away after we had left. So I'm gonna say no, because I feel like yes is too simple. Oh, okay, never mind. I did all that and it was just like nope. I guess sometimes.
Amapal to go into the doctor's lab. He already had a knife stuck in him.
Okay, I was like, maybe because we didn't see... Did we see the body right away? I thought we saw it after Amapal got knocked over.
Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer?
Well, I mean, we know it's correct because we already got sent away and been like, no, that's not the right answer.
Is correct!
Now we're back to the, like, how did they sneak in?
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
I'm so confused. But then again, like, my whole thing about, like, if they entered after Amapal, where were they hiding? Well, yeah, I guess they could have hid in the decontamination, because the decontamination section that the person can get into is right before the deadly gas. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe they hid in the decontamination thing and snuck in right after Amapal, like, shut down all the security and then followed Amapal in and stabbed the doctor when we weren't looking. But apparently that's not right.
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Because I have no idea how the culprit could have entered the lab before Amapal. Because the security systems were still up.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet.
Exactly.
It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while
That's
Yasuhiko
true.
and I went to borrow Amapal.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
She said no one entered or left the lab.
So maybe they were hiding in the decontamination place the whole time. That has to be it. I keep saying he, but I gotta assume, right? Like, maybe the assassin, maybe the hitman. They say Fink. I was like, they keep saying he, so I'm pretty sure it's a dude. It could be a woman for all I know. But yeah, like, they would have had to be in the decontamination unit because it's the only place you can hide before we showed up. Because otherwise, Fubuki, I know she's a bit of a space case, but I feel like she would have noticed.
We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit
Yeah,
got
so
in.
that's the big question.
Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Where was the culprit before? Okay, it's gotta be in the decontamination. It's gotta be in the vent.
This is
Oh, I have to...
a map of the critical lab.
Okay, so I have to, like, pick where it is.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
I think this is the
If we
only one I know the
where
answer
the
to.
culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Yes, this is one of the few things where I do know. I have a pretty good idea. So they're gonna be... So this is the main lab, right? Or this is like the main section. So it's gotta be here. Mistake! Really? Oh, shit. Isn't it impossible to go further because it's past it? Oh, shoot, I'm doing the opposite. Oh, right. I'm dumb. I'm going I'm going backwards here. This is the lab. This is the electricity. This is the toxic chamber. This is the decontamination. Oh, I feel so dumb.
Culprit must have been here.
Yay! It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
This does feel quite good. It does feel good to, like, slowly... I don't know. I like this one the best, I think, so far.
Spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah. The culprit was waiting for their chance.
Like, this one truly feels like I went from having no idea to, like, slowly working our way to the answer. And it feels very... very good.
There, Yuma. You guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab.
Yes,
before
this is
then?
what I don't know.
How would that be possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No. The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
Maybe they were wearing a spacesuit, and that's how they were able to get in.
Of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
I don't know if he truly is just tired or he
Nope,
doesn't
no
want
shame
Yuma to
denied.
come to the answer for some reason.
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
How did the culprit use Amapal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth.
Oh.
We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
As a weapon, as a shield, neither. So, it can't be as a weapon, because it can't use a knife, right? I've been saying this because it's got the ball hands. It could be as a shield, or neither. I'm gonna say either a shield or neither. Oh, that was correct. Or it could be one of those instances where we go down and be like, nope, that was wrong, actually.
Huh? What do you mean, use Amapal as a shield?
Amapal is supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right? The culprit may have used Amapal as a shield against the security system.
So, the culprit followed behind Amapal to
Oh,
avoid
shit.
the toxic gas
Oh my gosh, I was right.
explosions?
They followed behind him.
Get it? You're so smart.
But they also said that they killed Dr. Weska
Really?
before Amapal got
I
there.
don't think so.
If they followed behind Amapal, how is that possible?
Master just showed off how smart and logical he is.
Unless maybe maybe somehow the hitman like threw the knife as the door was opening? Except there was 3 stab wounds. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm still a little confused about this. Oh, this was wrong.
Take it from the top.
Oh, the toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapal. No? I don't think so. That doesn't seem right. That's why I was a little confused about that.
Even if Amapal itself is fine, it wouldn't be able to protect the culprit from the toxic gas.
I like Vivia's Naruto run, but it's like a very lazy Naruto run. The culprit was wearing a spacesuit. The high voltage shocks can be bypassed. I'm gonna say yes. Yes? No, that's wrong. Okay. No, that's right. Amapal still got shocked. That's right. That wouldn't work.
Even though Amapal is sturdy, it couldn't withstand the high voltage shock from the panel chamber.
So I feel like we didn't get any answers then. So it could protect against the toxic gas. It can't protect against the shocks. So it didn't work, yeah.
It'd be impossible to use Amapal to protect yourself.
You're only realizing this now. At this rate, you'll be a grandpa before you stop being a rookie.
Perhaps you will improve in the next life.
All right, well then we're gonna go with
Trying my
neither.
best in this life.
Neither. Watch, it's gonna be the very last choice I make. I like that the game's... It made me think I was correct for a little while, and I was like, nope.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon, and the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
Please tell me that this was... Come on, this is right.
Wrong answer?
No!
Come on, Master!
Is there another... Oh my gosh, is there another, like, secret passage? God damn, this labyrinth really likes to do those. Because they just said about how it can't be a weapon, right? And we're back at the beginning. God damn it.
Huh? We're...
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Where was the culprit before the crime? So we're repeating it.
Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
I like that the game's kind of flipping things like what we've gotten used to with the Mystery Labyrinth, and now it's just changing things up.
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again.
I feel like this is because of Vivia. Vivia, you're somehow messing up everything.
We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have
Oh,
to.
this little... Aw.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
He's like, can you just, can you carry me?
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapal?
See, this is... It feels like Halara is very intuitive, and she seems to know a lot of stuff. But Vivia's, like, on a different level. It's like, it seems like he's got the whole thing solved. And I know Halara sometimes says that, too. Like, oh, I already know stuff. But, like, Vivia... Like, it's frustrating that he won't tell me.
With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
Yes, I'm dumb. Please, Vivia.
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapal?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail?
Did like...
Try to remember.
Did the hitman... What, like, intercept Amapal or hack into it?
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back
Did
then...
it glitch at any point?
the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So it did glitch. So it got hacked or something?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapal's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it...
Hold on. Let me go into the solution keys and talk about Alma, because there's all the stuff about Amapal, right? The things it can and can't do. Because it's the thing about, like, when it's using its arm, it can't turn its body, stuff like that. Amapal's design. When the camera feed, okay, let's see. Watch the camera feed from Amapal's eyes and use the key buttons to control, the key buttons to control it. So it's got stuff on the front, so okay. When extending or retracting an arm, the controls for the camera and body do not function. This is to prevent the arm's wires from being tangled. It has a load capacity of 100 kilo. Okay, so there's this thing here. When extending or retracting an arm, the controls for the camera and body don't function. So, it seems to have like buttons on the front, so maybe the culprit was messing around with its arms. And that's when the camera glitched? Huh.
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved
Ooh,
with
okay.
a single
Are we getting to the end here?
answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Whoa, okay.
One mystery after another!
Shit, we're gonna have to like solve all these in one go?
What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
Well, there is a time limit, so...
I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it
There's
takes is
one
answer to solve
answer.
these mysteries.
Okay. One answer for all of
Use
these.
those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
On top of Amapal! That's where the footprint came from! Oh my gosh! As transportation! Oh my god, I talked about this from the beginning. The culprit jumped on it. Oh my gosh, why? Because it was on top. They were on top of its head. Ah!
I got it!
I talked about this. I was like, oh, the shoe print.
The culprit rode on Amapal's head.
I was like,
Using it as a method of
I thought he used it to maybe get up on a vent or something, or to use it as leverage to hide. But then they said about how he kicked he kicked the Amapal, so I was like, oh, that's where the shoe print came from, because it showed that dude, the doctor, the researcher who worked on Amapal was kicking it. So I was like, oh, okay.
With every open door,
Okay.
it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely! I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal. What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through.
Except the hitman would still get poisoned, right? Unless they were wearing some sort of like spacesuit or something that like would not be able to get any of the gas in.
After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device.
So they somehow knew all this was going to happen, like they knew
jumped on
Amapal was
Amapal's
going to
head.
come in.
The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
So it's got to be somebody who works at in the lab because they knew about Amapal.
Insane.
That seems a little bit out there.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable.
Sounds like the culprit hid in there knowing that somehow somebody, rather than just running in, was going to go get Amapal and use it to get inside the lab.
Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's
But
lab.
then they said they got there before Amapal did. But I guess, oh, that's right. That's right. When Amapal was retracting its arm, it can't move its body. So in that time that it was retracting the arm, and that's right, the door was moving so slowly, the hitman could have easily slipped in, killed Dr. Weska, and got out of there before we even noticed. Okay, it's starting to come together, but I'm still confused about how they didn't die to the shock or to the
Doing
gas.
so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
Probably, how did the hitman survive?
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
I'd been doing a lot of falling in this one.
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
When did the culprit get off Amapal? Oh!
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Oh, did they... Hold on. Did they jump off Amapal before? And then when Amapal, like, shocked... like, it eventually went through the thing, then, like, did it sneak up... What, after it deactivate? I'm trying to think. Okay. So, I was thinking, like, so Amapal... like, when it was opening the door, it can't see... So maybe the hitman jumped off, waited for Amapal to like do its thing, get past and watched Amapal to see like which squares to go on in which order. And then while Amapal was opening the door, he rushed in and killed Dr. Weska. So I'm gonna say he got off before we started the puzzle.
Exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Beats me.
When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be right at the beginning. While opening the door.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapal at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Oh, here we go again.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
I guess, like, we still... How did the hitman get past... then again, it does take 30 minutes for the gas to work, so maybe the hitman went in knowing that he was going to get poisoned and was going to die. And was like, okay, I gotta, like, kill this dude before I die.
If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you! The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit...
Okay, change just a bit.
The camera would have caught it.
Oh,
No one would do something so risky.
Amapal's
Crime
design.
would have been exposed.
Oh, it's the whole thing about, like, it would have caught on camera, so that's gotta
The
be it.
culprit must be really lucky.
Ah, jump!
What? Did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
If Amapal's camera had been running, we would have seen the culprit. Nope, it's because the arm was extending. Obviously that didn't happen, but what would they really use? Would they have really used such a risky method to break in?
No.
Was Amapal's camera working? That might be the first thing you need to
For
confirm.
now.
Does something seem off to you, Master? Let's check the solution keys then. Okay, I know what to pick here,
The
but
culprit hopped off Amapal as
Man.
the door opened.
I wonder if it was even the
Slipped
hitman.
through the gap in the door.
Unless Fink works at Amaterasu or has somebody on the inside.
Never Fink the Slaughter Artist.
Who knows, like, all of this stuff.
Think about it.
Because they have to, like, have intimate
If Amapal's line
knowledge
of sight changed
of
just a bit,
Amapal.
the camera would have caught it.
Oh no! Ah!
No
Oh
one would do
Jesus!
something so risky.
Why am I so bad at this?
The crime would have been exposed.
So I had to do the thing if it had
The
changed even
culprit must be
slightly.
really lucky.
What? Did they use some sort of
Special power?
Right.
No.
For now.
The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
I'll slash through this mystery. Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs.
See, the problem was I thought that the thing to slash was like the camera would have caught it, not the part before that, but
That's why when it was
I got
pressing
it
the button
eventually.
for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
You little maggots. Don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
I get it. So Amapel couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapau's
Right?
design.
It's got to be somebody who's
Using the
working at
direction of the
Amaterasu who knows all this stuff, or at least could have told the hitman about all this stuff.
Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
Man, it is really
Really
glitching
gone.
right now.
Huh?
Dude, come on.
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to
Oh, it's
face
because he
him,
got stabbed in the back.
which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
Oh wait, isn't he hard of hearing? If he had had his back turned on, he probably didn't hear him come in.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake! Damn it!
Oh, we just have to repel here, okay.
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By
Oh,
your
jeez.
logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Master!
There should be a contradiction somewhere. You gotta find it and repel it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistency.
By your logic,
Even if the doctor
could be stabbed.
it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Oh, that's not it. Okay. So it's the first one then.
Yeah.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent.
Your deduction is inconsistent.
It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
Okay. Alright, I just had the timing wrong, I guess. Oh my gosh, why was that so difficult for me?
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way! The culprit quickly entered the lab,
Okay.
but the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
Oh, jeez, I jumped up, damn it.
Running is noisy.
Oh, noisy.
So
Oh my
Wesker
gosh.
would have heard and turned to face the culprit.
It's gotta be the
His
information on
chest
Dr.
would have been
Weska.
stabbed, not his back.
Is it
Unless
the
you
running
think
is
the doctor was
noisy?
asleep.
Oh my
Is there
gosh, he
any
tricked
trace
me
of him being
again.
drugged?
Tricked me again.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
Oh, here we go.
This is the truth.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
Oh man, that was tough.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing. But
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
Oh shit, have we been assuming all this time that it's the hitman when it's not?
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul?
Oh shit.
And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit
So we've been running this whole thing on a false assumption?
is because of Yuma's reluctance.
Oh shit.
It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
So was there no hit, like did the hitman not show up in the first place? They did say about the fact that like he sent those letters, which the hitman doesn't normally do. So did whoever kill Dr. Weska, who I'm assuming is anonymous, did they like want to make it seem like it was the hitman when it wasn't? So we'd be chasing a phantom? Except there's the knives.
Huh?
Could those be easily replicated though? By someone who knows about
Cautiously.
Fink?
You're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Hey!
Yuma. Yuma.
What?
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
What are you...
It's like I'm literally running away from Vivi. I was like, no, I don't want to hear it. Whatever it
Let's review
is.
your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest
My thing is still
mystery.
like, how did they survive the
Which is?
gas?
How did the culprit get past security?
Hmm.
What?
We already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it.
Do they
and
mean
was taken
before
all the
then?
way
Like,
to
how
the
did they
doctor's
get
lab.
into the lab, like, in the first place? That's what I'm saying. It's an insider. It's someone who works. It's probably Makoto. Or, but I was gonna say if it was Yomi, I was like, I don't think we would care. I think it would actually be kind of a relief if he ended up being the culprit, because then we don't have to deal with it anymore because he's dead. But if it's Makoto, He knows all the ins and outs. So maybe that's it. Maybe Makoto is the culprit.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
That's... Well, I'm still thinking about the gas, though. That's a good point. I was so focused on the gas. Oh, god damn it.
This is the end for you.
I am so sick of this guy.
Nowhere left to go.
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you
Everybody
going
seems to
stay
want to be
willfully
hiding the
blind?
truth.
No, I'll fight.
If it's Yomi, I don't give a shit. And also, oh, Yomi's in the room with us, right? Yomi is in... Oh, it could be Yomi. But once again, I don't think that would be something we'd be so upset about. But Yomi is, like, he could fall over after we get out of here. So my thoughts are either it's Yomi or it's Makoto.
Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Man, I'm doing so bad at his battles, I might actually lose all of my life, which is really sad. He keeps hitting me with those, like, attacks where it seems like it's going up, but then it goes down, or down, but then it goes up. I'm just not good at dodging that. Please, let's not do any more of these after a while, please.
Keep playing with your shit, deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery!
Oh, I did. Fuck. Yep, I knew I was gonna fall for that.
Get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
That's true. That's true.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Oh, no living human can breach it? Ghost form?
Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
Ghost form, perhaps? Oh gosh, okay. I got a lot to look over. How did the culprit break through the panel chamber?
But
We at least had Amapal with us to disable the security system. Didn't you notice anything else weird at the time? Think hard.
that's right.
As far as the panel chamber goes. Oh shit, I don't know. Hold on, let's go through our stuff here. It's the ghost form, maybe? Like, no... Ghost form traits as heard from Vivia, there are several limitations. 9 panels, you must step on them in a special order to proceed. Penalty of contamination, Fubuki's forte. Oh! Vivia did say, like, hey, think about that. Like, remember Fubuki's forte. So my guess is either the ghost form traits or Fubuki's forte. Okay, I'm gonna pick ghost form traits for now.
With your shit.
I don't quite know how that works in this context,
Solved the
but
greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach
okay, let's
it.
try it. Damn it!
Tell me the culprit is a robot.
But that's right.
Greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
Oh, wait, I don't have the right thing picked.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
So what do I use that on? About the
That's
no
security
living
system.
creature? I guess no living creature. Oh, shit.
No living human can breach it.
Let's try that. Oh, that's it?
Flash through this mystery.
Oh, please tell me that's it. That's it. No more. I'm sick of this guy. I hate him.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, though. Then that means the culprit would have to know about Fubuki's forte. Okay, wait. Does Yomi or Makoto? Makoto says he knows everything about everybody. But they did just show up, but I feel like he might somehow know about the forte. So I don't think Yomi does. So maybe Makoto?
But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia?
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth...
Oh shit!
Then I must stand.
Wait a minute. Is Vivia gonna be the final boss? Wait. Hold on. It's not Vivia. It can't be Vivia. Is it? Is this what... Wait a minute. I'm so confused.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Shit.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in.
Because we didn't know where Vivia was at the time, so it could have been him. But does that mean that he was the one... Wait, where was Vivia when... He hadn't shown up when Yako... Wait a minute. When Yako was stabbed. Maybe it is. He showed up after Yako was stabbed. Has he been with us the whole time being like, you don't want to know the truth, and it turns out that it's him?
What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Because why doesn't he want me to know the truth? Why is he defending this so badly? It's like, did he do this for a purpose? Did he kill the doctor? And he also knows about how, like, once we solve the truth, the person's going to die. So is Vivia... Oh, I am so confused right now.
Why, Vivia?
Oh my gosh, this is, well, I'm guessing he's probably not going to provide me help. The shields for when I'm getting attacked. Uh-oh, I'm not doing so good. Oh, damn. This is different. Is he defending Yomi? Were they working together to... what is happening? Oh, I feel like he's gonna be really hard.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
Oh, he sounds kind of cool.
It's impossible to avoid the gas.
He actually sounds like he's got some life in him.
The culprit would surely die.
Gas! Not gas, sorry. The ghost properties. Ghost properties.
The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Stab wounds in back.
Can nullify its toxicity.
Death threats. Oh!
Hits you, you're done.
Ghost form traits! It is!
We're reaching Wesker.
Vivia! You did this.
Past the gas chamber.
Oh, this hurts, man.
Right.
It sure does seem like it's impossible to get around the gas. But the culprit definitely made it through the toxic gas chamber. Is there actually a way to avoid the gas? What could it be? This is why we weren't talking about the gas, because if we did talk about the gas before this point, then we would have known. It could be nobody but Vivia.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
Oh, this is going to be interesting that we're going to have to kill one of our teammates.
The culprit would surely die.
Okay, what did he say? There's a thing after this.
Right? The gas is a special trait. The gas gas can see through even a gas mask.
There's so many options I can pick. Here we go. It's got to be this one. Oh, it's not it. Oh. Huh. No one connected to this case has that kind of ability anyway. But a gas mask wouldn't have protected against the toxic gas, and there's no way to avoid it. If that's the case, there's no doubt the culprit was exposed to the gas.
For now.
Let's check the information on the toxic gas. Okay. Damn, I thought I was so sure. I was like, I got it. Okay, let's look through this again. Okay. So toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. According to Vivia's investigation, there has never been a case where Fink the Slaughter Artist issued a death threat. Perhaps this current case is special. I legit don't know what to pick. I was so sure it was the ghost form traits. Did I just pick it at the wrong part? Because there's so many options I could pick, and they feel like they could all be options. Okay, I'll go through it again. I'll go through it again. I feel like it's got to be the ghost trait.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas.
Maybe I'll rebuttal at that one. That's still not it. It's still not it. Okay, it's about the actual toxic gas properties.
In that case...
The culprit couldn't avoid being exposed to the toxic gas. How could they have killed the doctor? You better look over the info again. I'm gonna lose. Like, I'm running out of my health here.
Culprit bypassed the toxic gas chamber. It's impossible to avoid the gas.
I'm still stuck on the ghost form traits. I'm being very stubborn about this. Toxic gas properties.
You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity.
I thought for sure it was that part there.
Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska.
Maybe that one? Oh, that's it. You die before you die before reaching Weska. No, we wouldn't, because... Oh, because they killed him within the 30 minutes. I was so stuck on the ghost traits that I didn't think about that aspect. And she was even telling me, like, Shinigami was like, let's focus on the toxic gas.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you.
I'm being like Yuma. I think I'm being very stubborn. And maybe I'm refusing to see the truth.
Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can
So that means
this toxic
the culprit.
gas, and no fortes that can nullify it.
Whether that's a hitman or the culprit is already dead.
There's only one way you could get through it.
It's just knowing that you're gonna die.
You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapal taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
We haven't seen Makoto yet, have we? But then again, I feel like Vivia wouldn't be defending this so much unless he's working with them.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This.
Wait a minute, wait, hold. I didn't even think about it. Could it be Yako? Because Yako is like, he's dying. I mean, he did get stabbed, but that could have just been oh my gosh, what if it was a setup to make it seem like he got stabbed by Fink, but it was just to cover up, oh my god. Wait, no. But hold on, it kind of makes sense if, like, Yako is dying, and he said that the hitman stabbed him, and maybe the hitman was, oh my gosh, maybe the hitman was working with Yako, because the knives are there. Oh, and Yako knows about Fubuki's forte, so he knew that he'd be able to get into the lab, oh my god. And he probably predicted exactly what they were going to do. I can't handle, no. But that's the only thing that makes sense that would make Vivia, like, so protective. Unless he was working with Amaterasu, if he's protecting Yako and the Nocturnal Agency, is if it turns out that Yako killed the doctor, then that is going to, like, we're fucked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't want, that can't be the truth. No, 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 no.
I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, did he come to the same conclusion? Did he finally realize it?
But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
Are already dead?
culprit, the culprit, is...
It's Yako! It's Yako.
It appears you
Oh
finally
no.
witnessed the truth.
No! He's one of my favorite characters, and not just because he's voiced by the guy who does Ichiban. No!
Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter?
So
before
Vivia
your
was
eyes?
truly trying to, I feel like he was trying to protect Yako and trying to protect the Nocturnal Agency and also trying to protect Yuma, I feel like. About, like, sometimes that maybe the truth is better left unsaid.
Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right, subconsciously. I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
want to know the truth.
So he had a feeling all along? I feel dumb that I just came to that conclusion now. I was so be like, it's Yomi. It's Makoto. Oh no, it's Vivia. Nope.
Up until now, the mystery labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of
Oh my
own
gosh.
reflective-
This might have just made this the best one so far, as much as I hate the answer.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the
And
hitman, right?
and if that's the case, then Yako's already dead. Like, he's gonna die, so it doesn't matter. They did say it was personal, right? They said, like, this one seems like he had an obsession. So, oh shit. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone here. What was the thing? What was it that he was trying to hide? Yako was trying to hide the lab map, but what was there was this photo. I'm guessing that that picture is probably Yako, and I'm guessing that that woman who works at Amaterasu, because she's wearing, like, the lab coat, is probably his girlfriend or his wife. And I wonder if Dr. Weska killed her, used her in an experiment, and Yako is getting revenge. Because he said about how, like, he wants to protect people he loves, and, like, oh my gosh. Is that the whole reason that Yako, like, took a job here? Was, like, purely is like, I'm gonna kill this guy. Oh my goodness. And that's the reason also they sent the letters out. It was like, it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth.
Oh my gosh.
Not even you.
Please don't fight me again.
Now, rot away and die right here.
Baby, can you help me this time, man? I'm not doing so good.
No one will get in my way. Kanai Ward, Amaterasu.
So he's conflicted right now. He's like, if I expose the truth, then that's gonna put a big stain on the other detectives. That, like, the leader of the Nocturnal Detective Agency murdered a high-ranking Amaterasu scientist.
They both belong to me.
And what's Yomi's thing in this? Like, he seems very personally invested in this. Like, he wants to hide the truth of this as well. God damn it, there's so many fights. All right, let's go. This hopefully will be the final fight with him.
If the culprit carried out
Damn
the
it,
crime,
he's not helping me. Okay, so I'm repelling here, which I didn't do
they
so
should
well
be
at last
dead from
time.
the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
I don't like how close he is to me. Oh, there's nothing to repel
You're
here.
right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
And that's why he got stabbed. Boom! Boom! So maybe, yeah, he hired the hitman to, like, come in, and that's why he had the map, to come in and stab Yako after he went in, got poisoned, but they want to hide that he died from the poisoning. Shit! Almost a perfect crime.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face
Then again,
the
I guess it would take a detective to pull off a almost perfect crime.
Your world will fall apart. The world that you
Oh my
believe
gosh,
in.
now it feels so obvious in hindsight the way Vivia kept talking about how do I really want to know the truth. There'd only be one person that he would, like, actually be upset about if they ended up being the culprit. But it makes me feel a bit better.
Deduction is wrong.
Oh wait, there's nothing I have to... Oh,
Don't disturb the peace.
so I just have to repel
It's not
something.
even worth debating.
Because none of these are in blue.
Is this the best you can do to refute it?
Or are these new
Give up
ones?
and die.
Oh, shit. The misinterpret by using, the hitman.
With this, I'll expose the truth.
I was waiting for something to repel to show up.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman.
I wonder if deep down Yako knew we were gonna figure this out, though.
The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died
Aw.
from toxic gas.
Did he do this to try and cover things up so we wouldn't be affected by it? And unfortunately, Yuma he needs to find the truth so bad.
So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad that he's gonna die either way. Like, that's it.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
Well, if they were working together, right? He could borrow it from the hitman.
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F
Yeah.
is well known.
That makes sense why they would send out the thing, is so everybody would know, like, if he's found dead, it's like, it was Fink who did it.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop.
Yeah, Yumi's like, what is your role in this, dude?
Stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Weska was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit.
Come on, let's get to it. We know who it is. Let's just rip off that band-aid. Come on.
Real culprit is...
The time has finally come. Yuma, it's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your
We
conviction.
gotta fight Vivia again.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth.
Did he really, though?
Do it. If you want to burn the world down.
That seems like a pretty far leap for him to assume that Yako was working with the hitman and Yako was actually... Did he really know that? Did he? Oh, now it's all sad music. What was the clue leading to the true culprits? Oh, okay. The clue leading to the true culprit. Mostly old research logs in the storage room managed by Professor Director Yomi. Why is the music gotta be all sad? Okay, I'm gonna guess it's either the death threat or maybe the photo. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's go with the... Oh boy. Or maybe the missing file? I don't know. It could be a couple of different things here. Let's go with the death threat. Oh, that wasn't right.
No, this isn't the right solution.
Master?
This was placed as though someone was trying to conceal it. It should lead me to the truth.
Oh, as if someone was trying to conceal it. Okay, it's the picture. It's the photo. Yeah, I was right. That is definitely someone that Yako,
The bloodstains photo,
his
found in the
girlfriend or his
hallway
wife.
near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case.
If we could have just wiped the blood off. Maybe that's why Yomi didn't want to wipe the blood off. Or Yuma didn't want to wipe off the blood is because he knew. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, I can see like the little teeny tiny bit of what looks like blue hair.
The blood obscured the person's face. But I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target.
Oh. Okay, I was going to say, like, how do you know who that is? And I was like, maybe it's something from Yuma's past that he somehow knows.
And who is it?
All right, let's get this over with. Come on.
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
It's that guy. Person whose face that we can't even see. Yes, I would be so heartbroken if it was Yomi. Okay, whatever. There is that thing about the missing file, and like Yomi seemed like he was trying to cover it up, right? Because he's the one who had the key. So maybe he knew, and he was trying to hide it. Oh, does this mean we don't even have to do the final fight? This is it? Oh, man.
Chief. Yako.
Or maybe we do have to fight him. Alright, guys, so this is where we end it. A little bit of a cliffhanger. I will let you guys know that I did end up, like, after that reveal, I had to play through to the end of the chapter. Because I just was like, wait, what? That was a reveal I was not expecting. So, I do know I'm coming at you having recorded the rest of this, but it was already such a long episode that we're going to leave the rest of it for the next one and see truly how this concludes. But my heart is broken. Like, I am really bummed out about the culprit. There were so many people I guessed it could be, and it never, in my imagination, never once did I think that it was him. I never even thought to suspect him, even though now in hindsight with the whole thing about him being attacked by the hitman, like, a little suspicious, but never occurred to me. So we are going to conclude this crazy case in the next episode, and it just gets more heartbreaking. Spoilers. And there's more to it than you expect if you have not played or seen how this ends. You think it's over, you think you know how it's gonna go, and then it just keeps going. So I'm really excited to show you guys how this chapter ends. I think this is my favorite one so far in the game, as heartbreaking as it is. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for the conclusion to the 4th case next week. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Emily Hornsby, Zoran Ether, Revealing Storm, Asborn Kennedy, Icognito, Harry Gazif, and Jared Fan.